I don't like your little games, don't like your tilted stage, the role you made me play of the fool. No, I don't like you. I don't like your perfect crime, how you laugh when you lie. You said the gun was mine, isn't cool. No, I don't like you. But I got smarter, I got harder in the nick of time. Honey, I rose up from the dead, I do it all the time. I've got a list of names and yours is in that underline. I check it once, then I check it twice. Ooh, look what you made me do. Look what you made me do. Look what you just made me do. Look.
Hey, it's James here from goodguitarist.com, and in this lesson we're going to show you how to play Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift. Now, if you listen to the recording for this song, you probably noticed that there's not a whole ton of traditional chords going on, but the chords are implied through the melody, through the vocal part. And the song is really rhythmic, so we can focus on that. So we're going to show you the verse, pre-chorus, chorus, the bridge, all the usual parts of the song. And then I'm going to show you the intro as a chord melody. So chords with a little bit of melody on top. If you need any extra help with the chords in this song, because it does use pretty basic ones, please check out our ebook. It's free to all of our subscribers, and it goes over all the basics and fundamentals of rhythm guitar. So chords, strumming, troubleshooting your chords to make sure they sound good. You can work on chord switching, really basic chord progressions. It's all there. So if you want a complete foundation, please check that out. There's a link down below. Otherwise, we're going to start out with the verse. To play the verse, we need 3 chords. First is an A power chord. And all I'm doing there is I'm holding down the 2nd fret of the middle 2 strings of the 3rd and 4th string. And for that chord, we only need to hit these 3 strings. So that's the 5th, 4th, and 3rd strings. We're also going to play the F power chord. And for that one, I'm going to go on the lowest string with my 1st finger, 1st fret, then the 3rd fret, and the 3rd fret. And for the F5, we're just hitting the lower 3 strings, and the E chord. The progression itself is pretty simple, so I'm going to show you the rhythm for this part now. We'll start out on our A5 power chord, and we're going to palm mute. And to palm mute, all we need to do is overlap the strings a tiny little bit with our picking hand. Just a little bit. If you do it too much, it completely kills the notes. But if you do it just enough, you get a nice dull sound. Instead of the open strings, we get a dulled out sound, which is really cool. The rhythm is all downstrokes. And it goes like this. I'll do it for you slower now. And it'll really help if we count it out. So with the counting, 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3 and 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 4. So try that out yourself, counting along with it, and if you still need some extra help, we can break it down into 2 parts. First, we have 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4, 1 and 2 and 3, 4. So that's the first half of it. The second half, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4, 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I'm going to play through the entire verse now, nice and slow. You can watch it, see how it goes, and then rewind the video and play along. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, next we have the pre-chorus, and for this one we're going to need some new chord shapes. Our first chord shape is A minor, and for the A minor chord we'll avoid playing the lowest string, and you might have noticed that the A power chord is actually contained within the A minor chord. It's just the bottom end of it. The next chord is A minor over G. So keep your fingers on the A minor chord, then we're just going to add our fourth finger, our pinky finger, to the third fret of the lowest string. And that's A minor over G. Then we have an F chord, and there's two ways we can do it. If you're up for it, we can do the bar chord. And if that's a bit much, we can simplify it a bit. We can skip that first string, get our first finger on the first fret of the second string, second fret, third fret, and we can put our thumb over the top. That way we can mute that string, and our first finger, the underside of it, should be muting the highest string. So we're just getting the middle four strings. First, we'll strum through the chords and get the chord order. Starting off on the A minor chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Gonna switch to A minor over G. 2, 3, 4. Again. Then we have our F chord, and we can do the bar chord, or this one, and then E, 2, 3, 4. So practice that, just downstrokes only, making sure you can get the chord switches nice and smooth. Now we're going to move on to the rhythm part. For this part, the rhythm goes like this. So it's super duper simple. We just start out with a big strum, and then we just do little strums on the higher strings. So let's count that out, and hopefully it all makes sense. I'm playing an A minor chord here, 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we would do that on each of the chords. And that's it for the pre-chorus. So take a minute with that strumming, super duper simple as long as you count it out. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and when you're ready, we're going to play this together a little bit slower. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and Next up is the chorus, and this is going to be a lot different than what we're used to. For the chorus, there's only one chord, and we're only going to strum the chord once. It goes like this. So all I did there was hit the A power chord. You could also play an A minor chord. And then I tapped the same rhythm that we played on the verse, which was 1, 2, and 3, and 4. That's it. That's all there is to it. If you want, you could totally play a strumming pattern on an A minor chord. You could go 1, 2, and 3, and 4. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. That's a super common strumming pattern. We actually cover it in a different video. I'll put a link below. It's essential strumming pattern number 2 in our free ebook, if you've gotten our free ebook. So you can check that out if you want extra help with that strumming pattern. Otherwise, we're going to practice this together nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was pretty simple. And the bridge coming up is also pretty simple. We don't need any new chords. And once again, we're just going to be strumming things once and just doing a lot of counting. This time we're going to count in our head. So it goes like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we would do that 2 more times. And then we play the same chords from the pre-chorus. But we're just going to do downstrokes with palm muting. Just 2 and 3 and 4 and it's really, really, really simple. So using the same chords from the pre-chorus, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then A minor over G. And here we can play F5. 1 and 2 and 3. Then E. So that's super duper simple. We just strum A minor, F, E a few times, counting in our heads, and then we play the chords from the pre-chorus with the simplest strumming pattern ever. So there's just a couple more parts to go over, the intro and the ending. Now the intro is probably the most difficult to play, so I'm going to save that for last. Let's take a look at the ending now. The ending starts out with the chorus, so we're going to play the chorus like we normally do up until the 8th measure. So if you're counting along, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. And then here we're going to do something different. We'll start out by placing our first finger on the 8th fret of the lowest string. And then we'll place our third finger, our ring finger, on the 10th fret of the next string. And this is kind of like our F power chord, except up here at the 8th fret, just those 2 notes. And we're going to hit both of them and then slide down the whole shape till our first finger is on the 3rd fret and this finger is on the 5th fret. So, and then on the A string, so on the 5th string, we go. So that's the 3rd fret, 2nd fret. And with the counting, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'll play it in context now so you can hear what it sounds like in the song. After that, we need one new chord, the C chord. And if you're switching from an A minor chord, all you gotta do is just move this one finger. Just move this one finger over here to the 3rd fret of the A string. And we're just gonna do the same thing we did on the bridge where we're just doing downstrokes, palm muting, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're gonna do it on A minor to C to F5 to E. And that's the end of the tune. So I'm going to play that whole ending all together. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try that part together now, nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, finally, we're going to show you the intro. It goes like this. So that's actually the same chords as the first part of the bridge, where we were just strumming A minor, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, E, 4. Exactly the same as that. And if you listen, you'll actually hear that melody on the bridge as well. So you could even play this part during the bridge if you'd like. Anyways, we start out by strumming our A minor chord, these 5 strings. And then we're going to pick the 3rd string, the 2nd string, and we put our 4th finger down while still holding the chord shape on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. So that melody. And then we switch to our F chord. So if you're playing the F bar chord, you just hit all the strings. And then you kind of tilt your chord so that your first finger is only touching the lowest string. See that right there, how I just move it like that? And then I pluck the high E string open. So our melody ends up being. And if you're using the other F chord, the easier one, you kind of have to flatten out your first finger so that it presses both of these. And then go back to the way you normally do it so that you get an open high E string. So then we switch to our E chord, and we're just going to strum 4 strings, just the bottom 4 strings. The way that I do this is I'm trying to land my pick on the 2nd string. So see how I landed it on the 2nd string without going through it? Then I pluck the 2nd string. So all together, really, really slowly. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and with the other F chord. So that's how you play Look What You Made Me Do by Taylor Swift. I hope you enjoyed this lesson, and if you did, I'd really appreciate it if you took the time to subscribe to our channel, and please check out our free ebook if you need any extra help with any of the elements in this song. We have one for rhythm and one for lead. They're both available on our website. There's a link down below, so please check that out if you need any help with the tune, with the chords or the strumming, or you just want to work on the fundamentals, that kind of thing. Anyways, have fun practicing, and I'll see you next time.